Elio guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's next monster review we have Lupin, which I haven't done yet, and this was actually user requested by Salvadorian0 over there in Discord. So once again, shout out to you, Salvadorian, for obviously bringing that to my attention. But anyways guys, let's go ahead and get this party started. So we're starting off here with Dark Lupin, which Dark Lupin, there's only Dark Lupin. There's no Light Lupin, just the same as there's no Dark Sherlock. They're kind of swap with that. But Dark Lupin over here is an attacker type. He's coming in with 27k HP, 3.6k attack, and then 2.2k defense. Nat 4, pretty solid stats overall. No complaints with that. But he comes in with SP Siphon, 25% of the enemy's SP, which is very common. So is 20%, and then Hunter 50% as well. So think of him as more of a nuker-ish version of Dark Sandwraith. Not saying that Dark Sandwraith isn't a nuker at all. Obviously Persevere has to build up, but Hunter is much more immediate. There's no build up. Hunter can get off quite well, and with his attack stat being what it is, it's pretty decent. I mean, I'm not going to say that he's super duper amazing, but in a short fight he would be very great DPS, especially since he's able to kind of crowd control with his SP Siphon skill. But other than that, I can't really think of too much areas where you could use him at, because Hunter and SP Siphon theoretically could work in B11, but I'm not sure just how frail he would be in there with 2.2k defense. And from my experience, it's better just to have a dedicated wave clearer rather than a mon with SP Siphon and Hunter. But I could be wrong, because I don't have a Dark Lupin, but I definitely would love one for 33. So go ahead and slide one over. And no, I'm not going to pick him for the Light and Dark Nat 4 card. I'm not doing it. Let's go over here to his skill books real quick. So SP Siphon gets boosted up to 30%, as well as a 20% damage increase, which is fine for a 3-star skill. And then Hunter gets a fat 30%. Overall, very fine. I mean, he's going to do some good damage already since he's a dark type, and a 20% boost on his 3-star, and then a 30% boost to Hunter. Pretty solid in my opinion. Pretty solid. But let's go ahead and move on over here to the Wood one. Alright, next up is Wood Lupin, who is a balanced type, coming in with 30k HP, 2.6k attack, and then 2.4k defense. Once again, pretty solid, especially as a Nat 4. I can't really complain with those stats. Over 30,000 HP on a balanced type. Pretty cool. And I mean, both his attack and defense are damn near 2.5k, if not over it. Overall pretty solid. But he comes in with double attack down for his 3-star version of it, 70% chance for 2 turns, and then for his 5-star version of it, 60% chance for 2 turns. So if you're not guessing it already, his main usage of course is going to be Titans, without a doubt. That's probably the only place you would use him at, just on Water Titan. And that's pretty much it. There's really no other places. Maybe Colossus if you need attack downer, but I'm at a level where I don't worry about that. But yeah, his predominant use is just for Titans. And I mean, if you like the way he looks, which I absolutely love the way Lupin looks, why not build him? I mean, he could replace your Wood Radis, but Wood Radis is obviously just an easier choice, because you can farm him out and don't have to worry about getting enough Nat 4s to get this dude to Evo 3. But with skill books here, his attack down on his 3-star skill goes to 80%, and it gets a 20% damage boost. And then his 5-star goes to 80% as well, and also gets a 20% damage boost. So 80% attack down for 2 turns on both 3 and 5-star skill. Pretty solid, especially as a debuffer. He's not there for damage, he's just there to apply attack downs, and it seems like he's going to do that job well. Let's go ahead and move on over here to the Water one. Alright, next up is Water Lupin, who is a tank type, coming in with 41k HP, 2.4k attack, and then 1.8k defense. Defense is a little bit sparse there, very sparse, but he does have enough HP to hopefully soak up some blows. Attack stat doesn't really matter because he is a tank type. Overall, I mean, his HP is fine, so I don't have too much complaints with that. Just, they could swap his attack and defense. That would actually be pro gamer strats right there. Actually pro gamer. But his 3-star skill is Adrenaline, which grants him a 100% chance to restore 25% of his own HP, which is great for self-sustaining. So theoretically, if he takes no damage in 4 turns and he doesn't get his active off, he can heal himself completely. If not, 25% still a pretty good chunk for self-sustainment. And then he comes in with sleep, 80% chance for 1 turn. Now I haven't had too much use with sleep, but I've seen it done right, especially in PvP, like with Dark Succubus, and it's actually been not bad at all. So he does have some utility. I mean, it's nice that he does also have self-sustain, but is he worth it in terms of using it on a team? If you are a sleep expert, then in theory you could try him out, but the main issue here is that you're not going to get too much damage out of him. Yeah, you could build him maybe more DPS like, but I'm curious to see how great adrenaline will uphold things and sleep with that type of combination. Like, the combination itself isn't bad, it's just not super duper appealing, if that makes any sense. And I could be wrong here, but I mean, I haven't really seen a whole bunch of water Lupins around, and there may be a reason why. If not, he's just one of those underrated mons. But I think he's an okay PvP unit. Nothing spectacular. Maybe you could throw him on clan versus clan at minimum and have fun with him there. But that's pretty much his only uses that I could think of. And with his skill books, his adrenaline goes to 30%, which is pretty poggers. And then his sleep gets a 10% boost. So that now goes to, what, 90% chance for sleep? I mean, they both get damage boosters as well, but... Yep, 90% chance for 1 turn, so that's pretty solid since he is an AoE mon as well. But yep, that's pretty much Water Lupin in a nutshell. Let's head over here to Fire. Alright, we have Fire Lupin here who has 25k HP, 2.2k attack, and then 2.3k defense. Attacker type, his stats are okay. I do wish that his attack was at least a little bit higher, but it does break 3k, so I can't expect too much. HP is pretty normal, defense is pretty normal, especially for an attacker type. But he comes in with Predator and then defense down. And the problem that not Dark Lupin but Fire Lupin stems from, the problem that he has though, is if you read here with his defense down, he has to have crit built on him for defense down to proc. So that already means that we're dedicating 1 slot to him in theory with a crit rate gem, just so his 5-star skill isn't useless, because Predator as a 3-star skill is perfectly fine. I have no problems with that. And while he does have a crit lead as well, in the event that you were to build him optimally, he would in theory be useful, but why would you waste your gems on this one when you could build something better with those gems? That's my gripe with Fire Lupin. Like, I want to use him and I want to experience how great he is, but that cost investment, especially on an RGB, kind of sucks in my opinion. Same thing with like Wood Kana. Same thing in my opinion, at least sucks unless you have really good gems to back up what you're losing out on with that 1 gem. But let's go over here to his skill books real quick. Predator gets a 10% boost, so that goes to 40%, and then defense down just gets a 25% boost, not even a 30%, which is fine. But I mean, if you're going to use them, of course you could use them in areas like B9 or someplace where you need a hard-hitting Firemon. Think of Fire Arthur, but instead of stunning, he just does damage on his 3-star skill, and I think he's actually like word for word, like very similar to Water Valk. Obviously Water Valk is water, but doesn't she have Predator and defense down and a hell of a lot higher attack stat, if I recall? Let's go over here and look. Yep, same damn thing. Can't even curse right. She just has a whole bunch more attack. But yeah, bit unfortunate that he does require crit, but I mean, it is what it is. That's Fire Lupin. Once again, maybe B9, and if you need a fire nuker at any other place, that's perfectly fine. But basically, to sum this up, guys, I would say that Dark Lupin, in my opinion, is number 1 on the list for me personally. I would go for Wood Lupin next, just as a debuffer, which I do use him as a debuffer. After that, I would say Water, and then honestly Fire last, because there are so many more accessible fire nukers out there, like Fire Leo, Fire Wildfang, all of these fire mons that already have super evolutions. Notice, I did not say Succubus. I did not say Succubus. And that's for a good reason, because Fire Suck actually sucks. You heard it here first, boys. Elio 2020. But there's so many other fire nukers in the game that could take more advantage of crit gems, like Fire Leo, for example. With optimal gems, why would you not use it on Fire Leo instead of Fire Lupin? So Fire Lupin, in my opinion, is obviously the weakest out of the bunch, but if that's all that you have, that's all that you have. But that's it for Lupin review, you guys. I definitely hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any more mon requests, feel free to leave them in a comment below in the video. If you have any suggestions, once again, leave them in the comments below. If not, let me know in Discord if there's another review you guys want done. And if you haven't already, have a good day. See you.